Hey everybody, this is Christa with the Big Family Homestead, and today have I got something I want to share with you. This is not going to be a healthy recipe. However, it's going to be way better for you than the stuff you buy in the box at the store. So Brad has always loved, growing up as a kid, that he always loved those Stouffer mac and cheese, boxed frozen meals, right? Meals. Well, I got tired of spending, the last time I went to buy it, it was a small family size, like this big. I'm not kidding, guys. It was $12 for this box of macaroni and cheese, a frozen, already done. You just had to cook it for an hour, right? No, sorry. I needed to find a better alternative for my family because I know that that stuff is loaded with stuff that I don't want in my family. So I found and came up with our own. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to make copycat Stouffer's macaroni and cheese, but we're going to do it in a crock pot. And it is going to be, it is way better, more delicious than the stuff that you buy in the freezer section. All right, now for ingredients, we just need a few simple things. We need 1 pound of elbow macaroni, 4 cups of milk, 8 ounces of cheddar. Now this is white cheddar. Do not buy the already shredded stuff because that has I don't remember the name of the ingredient, but it has an anti-caking agent in it and it will not melt properly. So buy the block, do the work, shred the cheese. It's so much better. It's so worth it. Then we need a half a cup of Parmesan cheese, half a stick of butter, an 8-ounce block of cream cheese, and then that is to cook everything. But then for this part right here, we need a half a cup of milk, then a half a cup of sour cream, and a half a cup of Thrive Life cheese blend powder. Yummy, yummy. So we're gonna do these 3 things last, but this stuff we'll start with first. Here we go. All right, so now for our first step, we're gonna we need to boil our noodles for just a few minutes so that way we don't have to use a ton of water or milk. We could go ahead and put extra milk in here, but I'm gonna go ahead and start the noodles in here. I don't know what it is, but when you just cook noodles in a crock pot, they just they're just a weird texture. So we're gonna pre-cook the noodles, but not fully. We're going to only cook them 3 minutes shy of al dente. So about 5 minutes is all we're gonna do. So we're gonna go ahead and turn the stove on. I guess I should have done that earlier, but that's okay. So while this is going, we're gonna go ahead and put in our crock pot our other ingredients. So I'm gonna go ahead and move the pot over here so that you can see. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and cube up our cream cheese and our butter and put these in the crock pot. This is an 8-ounce block of cream cheese. You can buy whatever kind you want. You want fat-free, you want the 3rd fat-free, whatever. You can use whatever cream cheese you want. I think this one actually happens to be the 1/3 fat-free kind. So we're gonna just put that in there. And then our butter, and I will break this cream cheese up here in a second. We're just gonna make this butter into smaller pieces, like so. This is one of those things that's super easy. Doesn't have to be exact-ish. Goodness. I did wash my hands beforehand. Come on, there we go. Just so that this cream cheese can mix around a little bit better than just one big humongous block. There. All right. Now we're gonna go ahead and get these noodles cooked and mostly cooked, not fully cooked, and then we'll be right back. Okay, finally, it seemed like it took forever. You know the saying, watched pot never boils. This one seemed to take forever. So we got our noodles. They are about 3 minutes out from being al dente. So what I'm gonna do now is sorry, had to reach. I'm gonna go ahead and take, this is actually for stir fry, you know, frying stuff, but I very rarely ever use it for that because we don't fry stuff. So I'm just gonna take the noodles, sorry, squeaky. Take the noodles straight from the pot here. I don't care if there's any of the pasta water in there. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and pour this straight into the crock pot here. I did turn this on low a few minutes ago while waiting for the noodles. And so, oh, we're just gonna get those noodles out of there. All right, there's still a few in there. I'll fish those out off camera in just a minute because that's kind of tedious. So to this, we're going to go ahead and add our Parmesan cheese and then our shredded cheese from here. We don't buy shredded cheese because of the anti-caking agents. The cheese just doesn't melt. We found that with pizzas and with macaroni cheese, all kinds of things. So this is an 8-ounce block that I shredded up. And actually, it was not an 8-ounce block. It was a 5.5 pound brick that I cut off some and shredded 8 ounces. So then we've got 4 cups of milk. And then we're gonna give this a stir. And then we're gonna leave it alone. We're not gonna mess with it. We're gonna cover it. We're gonna leave it on low. And this is gonna go like this for a couple of hours. And I will stir it every once in a while. I have not added any seasoning to this, no salt, no pepper, no garlic. I'll do that later. And you can add whatever, excuse me, you can add whatever seasoning you want. But I'm just gonna add a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and a little bit of garlic. But that's it. We're just gonna leave this, let it go for 2 hours, stirring occasionally. When it gets thicker, then we'll get to the last part. All right, so we've waited an hour now, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you what it looks like so that you can see the different stages. So open up that lid. It's a little warm. Smells so good, guys. Let me tell you. Okay, so I'm just gonna give this a stir. And it's still liquidy, which is good, because those noodles are absorbing the milk and the cheese is melting. And this does take about 2 hours. In about 30 minutes from now, so at an hour and a half, I'll come and check it again. You want to keep an eye on it and keep stirring it, just so that all of that cheese will melt in there, and it's just gonna get super creamy and delicious. So we're gonna wait another half an hour, come back, give it another stir. If it starts to get a little thicker, then we'll probably go ahead and be done, and we'll go ahead and mix up our cheese blend, our milk, and our sour cream and make that super creamy. Okay, so it's now an hour and a half. Let's see how we're going here. Let's see. Oh boy. Oh yeah, this is ready to add our cheese blend, sour cream, milk. So I'm gonna grab that and then we'll mix that in here. So be right back. Okay, so for this last bit, we're going to mix some cheese, some of the Thrive Life cheese blend, sour cream, and milk together. I like to add these 3 things together before adding it to the macaroni and cheese because it makes it so much creamier. It doesn't make it gritty in any way like some cheese blends can do. So I'm gonna go ahead and add the powder in first and get that mixed up before I add the milk. Now we're going to go ahead and add the milk. Just combine that together. Okay, so here's our cheese sauce. We're going to go ahead and pour this into our macaroni and cheese. Get every little bit because yum. All right, give this a good stir. And then we're going to turn this down. We have 3 settings on our crock pot. We have a keep warm, we have a low, and a high. So I'm going to put this on keep warm because it's really hot right now and it's just about done. Now, if you were going to make this, so today I used white cheddar. If you were going to make this with orange cheddar, this would be more orange. But I used white cheddar because that's honestly what we had. So we're just going to let this sit, let it warm up. It'll be ready for dinner. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and add our seasonings. I forgot to do that when I added the cheese blend. So we're going to go ahead and add some seasonings. I'm going to add a little bit of paprika just to give it a little bit of flavor. Not a ton. And then a little bit of garlic. Like I said, just a little bit, not a lot. There's a lot, there's a lot of noodles there. That's 1 whole pound of noodles. But it filled the crock pot. Oops, halfway. And then a touch of pepper. And you can put whatever seasoning in this you'd like. Crank up the heat if you want. Ooh, set that over there. And then some salt. And that was just a pinch. That was like a half a teaspoon. We'll give that a good stir. And then we will be able to taste test this in just a minute. Oh my goodness, this smells so good. Yeah, there we go. All those seasonings are incorporated. And again, you can use whatever seasoning you want. All right. All right, let's see here. Oh my goodness. That is so good. Creamy. Delicious. Super cheesy. Love that. And creamy. Not cloppy like some mac and cheeses can be, but just super creamy. The cream cheese in there and the cheddar cheese. Not the pre-shredded stuff. The shredded stuff you shred on your own. A little bit of butter. The cheese blend and the sour cream make it really, really delicious. This is a win, guys. This is a win. Shouldn't have taken the second bite. I hope you liked this video, guys. If you did, please don't hesitate to like and subscribe. Truly helps our family out. I'm Christa with the Big Family Homestead, and you have a blessed and amazing day.